Hey everybody, it's Dr. Bill Thomas. And if you've been following the Changing Aging website, you've seen a controversy that's been percolating about the use of the word elderly. And I thought I'd try to put the word elderly into some kind of context as relates to person-centered care.
We get very similar comments from a variety of people, both staff and I'll call them elders, residents of St. John's have very different opinions about whether they like the word or not. The word elderly to them puts in mind a person who is somewhat frail, somewhat less than capable, somewhat dependent.
You know, I think you hit on something. The word carries those meanings, and my beef with the word elderly is it carries only those meanings. The word doesn't include the positive dimensions of aging.
I think you're right, and to me this really ties into the idea of person-centered care, because unfortunately when we care for people we bring to that all of our own preconceptions and our own images and our judgments about people. And part of person-centered care, I think, is to really try to suspend our own judgments of people and to really hear who that person is and what they're all about.
Yeah, you know, one of the strategies I like to use to work around that is to use the construction a person living with. So, for example, You'll often hear in the field, a person living with dementia. And I would suggest you could say a person living with frailty.
I think that's a good idea. Frailty really talks about, I think, mostly the physical body, things that happen to some people as they age, which do raise their risk of difficulties down the road. But I do like the idea of person-first language, where you put the person instead of the disease or the condition.
Actually, I think that's a great place to wrap it up. I mean, if you want to do person-centered care, you have to use language that puts the person first. And when you use the word elderly in the most common context in American society, you're putting the stereotype first and the person second. So a way to work around that, a person living with dementia, a person living in old age, an elder, there are a number of constructions that allow you to put the person first and leave the negative stereotypes off the table. Thanks for stopping in, Al. I really appreciate it. And that's person-centeredness in action. Talk to you again sometime soon.